This is the Big O Show. 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 This is the Big O Show.
There's just one place where you can drive the new 2025 Acura Integra for only $289 a month. The Customer Appreciation Sale at Acura of Pembroke Pines. Thank you for making us number one.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
It starts every morning before the sun comes up. Projects are laid out. Plans are made. Equipment is fueled and loaded with inventory to handle all service requests. Orders are given to an army of skilled landscape maintenance professionals, certified arbor trimmers, irrigation technicians, and licensed pest management experts who fan out to communities and businesses all over South Florida. Experienced, on time, and dependable. Our staff is fully trained, licensed, and insured. Contact us by phone, email, social media, or through our website to answer all your landscape questions. We are Cutter's Edge, Total Landscape Solutions.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
The lost city of Atlantis reveals its secrets at Toyota of Hollywood. Get legendary deals on over 2,000 Toyotas, like a 2024 Corolla, not $24,000, $20,988. Unlock the wonders of 0% financing for 5 full years, 0 down. Rediscover Atlantis at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton and Rayome. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welton Rayome can help.
There's just one place where you could drive a new Acura ZDX for only $239 a month. The Customer Appreciation Sale at Acura of Pembroke Pines. Thank you for making us #1.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649. Or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
Alrighty, good afternoon, boys and girls. Welcome aboard. You know what it is. It's that time. It's Thursday. Where are we? Always right here at Hialeah Park, baby. Yes, sir. Second floor poker room. Come on out and join us and have a little fun. They got some loose, very loose slots downstairs, too, that you can also take advantage of as we freak everybody out. The newbies that aren't used to it sometimes, that are like they're close by and they're playing. They're like, huh, whoa, what the hell is that crazy bastard doing? So anyway, we're out here. If you want to come on by and join us, we'll be having some fun. We got some stuff to talk about here on the show. All that good stuff. Feeling good, of course. The crypto market is a running. H-bar, yeah. XRP, yeah. Oh, you guys are enjoying it. And I told you about Caspa. Kyle Cockrell has been the guy all the way through, but I told you 4 days ago I posted on Twitter, Caspa. Did you see the tweet? And then I updated it this morning because I put it late last night. But I updated it this morning. It's up 38% since I told everybody 4 days ago. So I want to do a whole thing on Caspa on why I think it is just basically Bitcoin Junior is what I think it is brewing, and eventually people will find out about it. But anyway, so we'll talk about that. All kinds of good stuff on the show. We got Dion and Dallas. Do I believe it? We'll talk about that. The Jimmy Butler saga comes to an end tomorrow, or does it really? Like, it's just, we'll get to that, as the headline in the show is why Pat Riley is now playing chess and Jimmy Butler playing checkers. And we'll get to that reason why. Obviously, your Dolphin questions, if you have any, and complaints. There's really nothing in the news did I miss anything? I don't think there's anything at all in the news. And there shouldn't be, because we're not in a moment to make news right now. So there's nothing. There's nothing to talk about, but whatever. Something you guys may come up with. There might be a decent question that you might be able to pose, and we will address it if we see it there. I don't always. I miss a lot of shit on the chat board, but I sometimes see some stuff on the chat board when I look, and then I'll say it. And I appreciate all of you out there. Please don't forget, first of all, to smash always when you're listening on audio. On video, smash the like button and share it and all that good stuff. That's a strong way to support us. Obviously, you can make a donation to the show, Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. Sean will show you the QR codes, like he's showing you the Hialeah Park QR code there, where you can make your no-regret $100 first bet, which is always a beautiful thing. All that good stuff. And remember, you can always make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, Cash App, or Venmo. And pretty cool, we have crossed 100,000 again on Bitcoin. We're at 100,300. We're just screwing around 99 something and 100,000 and all that. It's about to bust out. And obviously, when the orangutan is put in on Saturday officially, we're going to start having some rockets in flight on the crypto market, because they say even you heard about that Bitcoin reserve now? No, it's not a Bitcoin reserve anymore. You didn't hear about it? It's a crypto reserve. It's Bitcoin. They say like XRP, Solana are going to be part of it. Not only will they load up on Bitcoin, but they're also going to load up on things like Solana and XRP. So, the Trumpster taking it to the next level. And for us crypto folks, somebody was going to embrace it. It's going to take over. I mean, how long we've been doing it on the show? 5 years now, telling you it's going to take over. We were 5 years ahead of time telling you it's going to take over. Here it is. And, the one side embraced it, and they took advantage, and here we go. At one point, somebody had to embrace it because the world was going to get it and take off with it ahead of us. Hedera, by the way, up 22.6%. It has crossed a record high, 38 cents. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. Yes, 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 yes. We're ripping all over the place, baby. Even Caspa is ripping. I am loving it. All right. Anyway, so we got some stuff to talk about. There's Kyle Cockrell there. I see him. He must be a happy sumbitch. He's hanging in there. He's not really that happy, because for him, he has seen 20 cents, the record high. So he's kind of he's like wondering, are we still going to be in that window and all that? But Kyle, remember this, okay? You have to remember this. I didn't get on the bandwagon. I waited and waited and waited and studied and waited, and then I got on the bandwagon. And since I got on the bandwagon, we're on our way, baby. So we are going to bust through 20 here. And we're going to be like Buzz Lightyear and beyond. Okay? That's what it's going to be. So hang in there, Kyle. This is the pump. This isn't a fake pump because, see, Kyle is a veteran. Some of you that maybe, I don't know, anybody on the chat board, give me a thumbs up that you got in on Caspa when I mentioned it 4 days ago. That's again, I'm not a financial advisor by any stretch. Never have been, never will be. Okay, not that I ever tell you about anything that explodes. Never do that. I mean, why would I? I don't know anything about that. I'm just a big sports mouth. That's it. But just if any of you went in on Caspa when I'm all in. Just wondering. I'm wondering if any of you are in and what are you enjoying there, because you're enjoying some profits. If you went with, and by the way, it's still early. I would still get in. If I have extra money, I'd spend it on Caspa too. At this point, I got to do a whole show on it. I really do. So I see NorCal is there with a happy Thursday. Cosa Nostra, Captain Saki out in Tarpon Springs. He says, looks like Tyreek is still chirping. Can't roll down a window. How can you open up a door? Still sick as a dog, ready for today's show. I hope you feel better, my brother. I know it's been going around. My wife, my daughter had a nasty ass cold. They got rid of it. I did not catch it, which was a miracle of God, or maybe just nature B saved me that time. Oscar Rojas is in the house in Melbourne. Jay Gelfin in the house, given the afternoon. He goes, I agree. Time to eat the salary and trade or sit Jimmy. He had never been part of the Heat culture, and history shows he only cares about me culture. Yeah. Well, that's what I've been. Let me address this part about what's going on so far and why I think now Pat Riley is playing chess and Jimmy Butler is playing checkers. Okay. I had a conversation with Ira 2 weeks ago, and I said I would suspend him. And I was kind of fighting against, you can't do this, you can't do that, and he's going to make this, and I'm like, no, man, you got to put his ass on the shelf. And they did it, to their credit. And so we've talked about this again on the follow-up with Ira this past week. And, he's hemming and hawing about, you got to, maybe you put him on the roster or whatever. You don't. And if you're the Miami Heat, let me explain to you what I believe is happening here, okay? What has happened, and the Heat are playing it perfectly. They have documented everything that has gone on. They have video. They have it all, and they have made their case. And they're going to take it to another level for services non-rendered, too, on top of all of that. Okay, that's what Haynes says. Okay, and Chris is pretty connected overall. He's not necessarily Jonathan Jones. So let's, Haynes knows his shit. Okay, so you're going to take it. This is why you've gone through this whole thing. You suspended him. You made your case. You put it out there. You showed the video. You probably have more evidence too on top of all of that, which is probably what you're going to lay on in the second level to the league when you permanently suspend him, which I think is what you got to do. Okay? You cannot bring Jimmy Butler back. You can't have him on the bench. You can't have him on the team. You can't give him any satisfaction to get any kind of attention whatsoever. Okay? Out of sight, out of mind. He made his bed. Now, you guys made your bed. Because you should have traded him 2 years ago. You shouldn't have given him that extension. I see all the people trying to backtrack now. Oh, you think they should have traded him last year? No, dude, you're way late also last year. It's 2 years ago. You shouldn't have given him this extension. You had to have the balls to have the foresight and say, this run is awesome. It's over. And you had a problem saying that, and so now you lose. So, well, what I love that the Heat is doing now is they've documented everything. They've set it all up. Now, Riley met with him, knowing he wasn't going to get anywhere with him. Mickey's meeting with him today, knowing he's not going to get anywhere with him, but it's all going to be documented. We have now told you what's going on, what you're not doing. So, in the end, they'll make the case to the NBA and the Players Association. We cannot have someone that refuses to work. And that will then pollute the roster that you currently have. I'm watching last night's game to the last minute, and the poor kids turned over the ball and gave it away. And I know you got to always wake up early, even on these days. So you probably didn't stay up to watch it, did you? Yeah, well, but I mean, it was tough, and I know they're young, but this is great stuff for them, man. They're gonna have to sink or swim, they're gonna have to sink or swim. And this is beautiful. You get to find out who's who, what's what in the toughest moments. Is there a star? Is there two of them? Is there three of them? Is there none? We're gonna find all of that shit out. And that's what you want right now. There is no star dependency now. Now it's finding out, hey, are you a star? Are you a role player? Are you a super role player? What are you? Let's find out what you are. You know what I'm saying? And I love this. And last night, as painful as that ending was, they didn't take care of the basketball, and that ruined it. Their shooting at times kind of failed them in certain moments. But, overall, it's fine. It's growing. But what you can't do is bring Jimmy back and pollute the whole thing and have a guy that's not trying and have a guy. What are you going to have him dressed in a suit at the end of the roster? And when you call a timeout, is he going to walk over and talk to players and give them pointers? No, you don't want anything. You don't want him in the locker room. You don't want him on the practice court. You don't want him on the court with you. You do not want the cancer anywhere. It must be extracted. So you made your bed now, right? You don't you guys. And here's the flip side of all of this. Don't screw Eric Spoelstra. You have screwed him with Danny Granger, and you've screwed him with Whiteside and James Johnson and Deion Waiters, and you've screwed him with so many things over the years. Enough already, bro. Enough already. Don't give him this guy that wants to pollute the roster, pollute the franchise, and he doesn't care. And everybody else is going to be here next week, next year. You need to invest in these human beings. You can't have somebody disruptive. Okay? You made your bed. Now you got to lie in it. And now you got to do the painful thing. You got to tell them, hey, you know what's best, Jimmy? You don't risk injury. We don't risk injury. This gives you an opportunity for us to try to trade you before the deadline. If it doesn't happen, you can stay on the sidelines, work out on your own, and then that way you're healthy for free agency, and we don't put you at risk, and you don't put yourself at risk. And that's it. And in the end, okay, there's not going to be a lot of fight from Jimmy Butler. Do you know why? Because it's what I've been telling you for over a year now, okay? He's a fraud. His body's all broken down. He can't play hard for a couple of weeks or a month or 2 months. His body will break down, and he's just playing a con game right now. And because the Suns want him, here's where the Heat come in with why they're playing chess. In the end, he has to play nice with the Heat at one point or another if he wants his money. That's all he wants is money. He needs the Heat for a sign and trade. If he doesn't get that sign and trade, he has to settle for cap space. And that won't be with the Suns. That will be with a shitty team, and they won't have that kind of cap space. And nobody's going to give him that kind of money. Nobody's going to have that kind of open cap space for him. Okay? The Heat know that. I'm sure Jimmy and his agent know that. So since he's not willing to play hard, practice hard, be available every night, then you can't be part of the Heat organization and the Heat culture, because that's what Bam Adebayo is. That's what Tyler Hero is, right? I mean, that they're available every night. That's what they pay you to do. So unfortunately, we pay you to do something you can't do anymore. So this is why services haven't been rendered for 2+ years. This is why we are a play-in team, because the star refuses to play. You know, somebody said to me, oh, we're a better team probably without Jimmy. No, you're not. If Jimmy wants to really play and really try, obviously you're a much better team with Jimmy. But the bottom line is he doesn't want to play. He doesn't give a shit. He only gives a shit about the money, and he only gives a shit about conning people. This is the part that I don't see writers right. I don't see people that talk. I understand the people that get too close to the franchise. I get it. They're worried about insulting them or whatever. When it's just, you're not really insulting the franchise. You're insulting Jimmy. Or maybe you want to keep your friendship with Jimmy or something. I don't know what it is, dude. Okay. But Jimmy Butler is a fucking con artist. And apparently I'm the only guy in town that is willing to call it like it is. Un fucking descarado. That's what he is. He's been trying to do the same shit and tried to pull a third year of not doing shit during the regular season and waiting to the end and try because it worked out once. That's it. Okay? The guy doesn't have the body anymore. He's a fraud. He's done. You enjoyed his run. Great. It was fun. It was awesome. But since he's going to bullshit and lie, well, then you need to expose the bullshit and the lies. And that's exactly what Jimmy Butler and his agent are. They're full of bullshit and lies. And they're frauds. And so I'm glad that the Heat is doing this and documenting it and covering their ass, because that's what they're doing. Hey, we tried. We told him to wait. He didn't want to play. He didn't want to practice. He's never available. He's at a tennis tournament and then doesn't play the next day. He's on a horse and doesn't play the next day. And he's filming commercials and doing whatever. This is who he is. Right? So they have this all documented. You're all day at the tennis tournament, and then the next day when you got to do your job, Michael Jordan used to go to a casino, okay, when he was in Los Angeles. The dude would fly to Vegas, gamble all night, take a short flight over to L.A., sleep, wake up, go to shoot around, and hit 45 on your head. Go look at his Washington years. Go look at the games played. It's 79, 81, 82. Yeah, he's old. Yeah, he's not the same guy, but he's playing. That's Michael Jordan, bro. If anybody could cruise if he felt like it, that's the real king. Okay? And he never took a night off. That wasn't in his vocabulary. That wasn't in his existence. So that's why he is what he is. So Jimmy Butler is what he is. He's a fraud. And I'm glad that the Heat finally have woken up and they're doing the right thing. And they're finally being the hard asses that Riley used to be. And I hope he goes back to it, because that's the only way you're going to get back to what you used to be. Like I told you, Miami Heat organization, you right now are mirroring the Miami Dolphins' first 10 years of the last 30. Sorry, last 40, I'm sorry. Those 80 years with Shula, same thing, dude. That, you get there with Riggins, you get there against the Lakers, you get there against San Francisco, you get there against Denver, but you're really kind of fraudulent. You're not real. You're having some success. And then it only gets worse as the decades go on. And I'm just saying, Miami Heat, what you've given the last 10 years since the Big Three, it echoes in the beginnings of the end of the Dolphin franchise. Because little did we know in the 80s, while we were having some fun and watching some offensive stats or whatever, it was the beginning of the end for the Dolphin franchise. And it only just got worse every decade, and you accomplished less and less every decade. That's what's gone on. Think about it. If you've lived it, the 80s, the 90s, the 2010s, and then now 2020s, and now we're going on beyond. So it's something that you're starting. So if you don't want to become the Dolphins like I talked about before, you need to change your ways and get back to where you were. This bullshit about accepting players doing whatever the hell they want. No, dude, no. That hasn't worked out for you. There's no championships doing it that way. So keep doing it your way, like you used to do it. So keep playing the hardball. All right. By the way, do want to remind you, Welton and Rayome, a proud sponsor of our program. We love talking about Jeff Welton and Daniel Rayome. They know how to get it done. 954-966-4646. Bankruptcy, homeowner property damage, condo damage, criminal defense, business owner claims, commercial litigation, personal injury. What you're going to love about Jeff Welton and Daniel Rayome is the personal service that you're going to get. These guys are they're in your corner. They're not just thinking of you as just a client or anything like that. They're going to find out exactly what went on, and they're going to make sure you have the advantage when you walk in a court. And Lord knows when you're dealing with insurance companies, the guy that's in charge, in the state, his new laws have benefited all the insurance companies. Ask condo owners, ask insurance people, all of us that have to get new insurance and everything. It's all benefited. The only way we get an edge when we have to make a claim, when we have to challenge them, is making sure you hire the right lawyers. And Jeff Welton, Daniel Rayome, there is no doubt, baby. Second to none. 954-966-4646, WRFLA law.com. Call Jeff Welton, Daniel Rayome. Consultation is free. And tell them that Big O sent you. All right, Jeff in Long Island. Ray Sosa. Brian Landis, Aquavision, Stoney Stanley. Is that like a brother of yours or something? Huh?
It's my dad.
Oh, your dad. Okay.
He's always listening.
Okay.
Just usually doesn't jump on the chat.
Okay. And wherever he's at, it's evening.
No, he's in Naples. He's on the West Coast.
It's good evening.
It's kind of afternoon, evening. It's all good.
Are you being serious, or you're like, because you're usually joking with me?
No, that's my dad.
That really is your dad?
Yeah, anybody that watches Square Circle Digest knows that's him.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I wouldn't joke about that. That's my papa.
Okay. Papa Stanley in the house. Respect.
Talking about always being in your corner. That guy's always in my corner.
Yeah, but taking you serious is not something that you're supposed to do.
No, but I'm being serious on this one. Yes.
Okay. All right. So the great Stoney Stanley is in the house. All right. Steven Gonzalez, Mike No-Go Zones, Jermaine. Tyreek's game comments after the last game towards Mike McDaniel. He's just frustrated about not getting the ball. I don't care what Tyreek is, bro. Tyreek is too stupid and ignorant for me to tolerate. How do you like that one? Too stupid and ignorant for me to tolerate. Okay? I just can't tolerate people that are that dumb. I can't tolerate somebody that files for a divorce accidentally, on purpose, on a whim, in the middle after a disagreement or whatever, dude. I'm sorry. He's too stupid and ignorant for me to tolerate. Are we clear on that? Too stupid. He sticks his whatever everywhere, has 12 kids with like 8 different women. Too stupid, too ignorant for me to tolerate. I don't know how many runs the wrong routes, ends up in an interception. You want the ball? Well, why didn't you run the right route? Too stupid, too ignorant for me to tolerate. Too stupid, too ignorant for me to tolerate. All right, Jermaine. Mike No-Go Zones appreciates greatness. That's it, baby. It's all about the Paradise Theater. Dougie Fresh says, damn, David Lynch just passed away. Erase Your Head, Twin Peaks, Dune and the Nightmarish Blue Velvet, a true oddity, a once-in-a-lifetime genius, R.I.P. David Lynch. Wow. Okay. Did not know Dougie Fresh. Damn. I watched, I never watched really most of those shows, but I did run into Twin Peaks every once in a while for 5 or 10 minutes and then moved on. But I know that Twin Peaks was an enormous show. And Dune. Skylar Tipton in the house. MM. I hope Algo can make a comeback. Well, dude, it's already made a nice comeback. I don't know. Did you buy it back when it got down to like 15 cents and 12 cents and 20 cents or whatever? It's in the 40s now. So I'm not sure. Did you if you bought the dip, okay? I'm not an Algo. I divested from Algo a while back. So I have to, I have to be honest on that. But it has bounced back and better than I expected, to be quite honest. I didn't expect it to bounce back the way it has. So that's why I divested out of Algo. Mike No-Go Zones, thank you, sir, for the super chat. And he says, rest in peace to David Lynch. And that's right, Bob Uecker. Just a bit outside. He got 90. Bob Uecker got 90, bro. I'm taking 90.
Wasn't he calling games almost right up to the end?
Yeah, almost right up to the end. So I'll take that.
Amazing.
I'll take 90.
And he did it by himself, right?
Yeah.
In the booth, pretty much?
I don't know.
By himself, or did he have
I'm
somebody?
not sure. I would say no. I would say there has to be some kind of statistician or something helping him out.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah.
There has to be some kind of
the voice of the.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was definitely the voice of the Brewers.
No, I know that, but was there somebody else that he bounced off of? Or
Had
was
to,
it
bro.
just-
He
Okay.
had to, bro. Baseball's so long,
I
rain
know,
delays.
But Marlins don't do that. We do.
Well, no,
our
but they do
one-man
that out of
booth.
budget. They do that out of budget. Everybody else has another guy, especially like a Bob Uecker. He needs to go take a break, and so you have. And when you have extra innings, you're gonna have Bob Uecker do fill-ins. Come on, bro. No, Bob, you go out and relax, go have 8 drinks, and then come back and finish off the.
Maybe not the new Brewers. The old Brewers probably had Bob by himself, right? Because weren't they were a pretty cheap franchise.
Well,
back in
in
the
his
day,
early
right?
days, while he was establishing himself,
Yeah.
yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah.
But once he grew into the
To what he
icon,
was, yeah.
once you're fucking major league and all that stuff, and you're a star, I think you got to start taking care of them. I don't know. I don't watch any Brewers fans out there that know exactly about the broadcast. I'm
any baseball fans out there.
No, you have to really watch
you
the
got no
broadcast.
Brewers,
Yeah. You have to really watch
The radio broadcast too, right? Was he the radio or the TV?
I think he was radio first and
Yeah.
then went to TV.
Oh, he didn't. Okay.
I think that's how it went. Ocala Joe is all in on Caspa. There he is, but he's a whale. He's a whale. He's probably, yeah, he's right. He's got like 800 different coins. He's blowing up. He's got a wallet bigger than the Federal Reserve and stuff. Skylar Tipton is in the house. The Heat's vice jersey is back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You should buy one. I don't know about the hero one because, he might get traded. True Fin Fan says, I'm so suck and tired of hearing about Butler. I don't know if you're really suck and tired. Because getting tired of being sucked, well, that's not really a bad feeling. I'm sorry. Let's see. He is who he is. Bulls, Timberwolves, Philly, and now Miami. The guy is just an a-hole. Keep him away, please. Think Blue Dodgers. What's up, fam? Checking in from L.A. Hope you're doing well out there. The fires are getting under control, which is good to hear. Frampton Hendricks, love that. Jimmy, a pathetic, lying, crying baby. Pat should give him to the Jazz. Pat's going to give him to anybody that gives him a deal that doesn't stick him with bad contracts. And that's what he's going to do. Todd Rundgren tickets on sale tomorrow. I like Todd Rundgren. Where's he going to? Let's see. Brett Dodgers, Skylar Tipton. Oh, making me want to rewatch The Last Dance now. Terry says, Big O, it's people out here saying stars won't sign with the Heat because we have bad endings. That's a whole bunch of bullshit. There's a bunch of crap. The stars don't come here lately because they don't have the picks and they don't have the money. And that's what's been the problem. They don't have the cap space, and they make bad decisions the last 10 years. That's what's happened to Pat Riley. Pat Riley has made bad decisions in the last 10 years, and he's lucky that Eric Spoelstra saves his ass and makes it look way better than what it really is. Are we going to call it like we see it, or are we going to just dick around here? Okay? We're going to tell you what Jimmy Butler is, and we're going to tell you that Pat Riley's not doing well. Okay? And that Eric Spoelstra hides a lot of his deficiencies. as a front office man right now. So that's what's really hurting the Heat. Problem is the people that tell you that they can't get stars, they don't have balls to go after Riley. That's the problem, my brother. You know, it's kind of like I'll tell you that Bam Adebayo is does he not look like a super role player nowadays? Huh? Does he not look like a super role player like he's always been? It's just if he has a couple of stars or a star around him, it'll make his life easier. But if he has to strap on a pair and go out there and be aggressive offensively, the problem is we don't have enough people in the media, okay, that call it like it is. Okay? Jimmy Butler is a con artist. That's what he is. Pat Riley, last 10 years, brother, level is maybe a C level. Not even a B, not even an A. His management is C level. This man gave Dion Waiters, knowing he needed ankle surgery, a 4-year contract off of 27 games played. That's a fireable offense if you're not Pat Riley, if you don't have his history. We let it slide because it's Pat Riley. I mean, you turn to LeBron and you try to convince him because we have Danny Granger and Bob for you, and we drafted Shabazz Napier. Bro, that's 10 years later, you start to think about that. That's fucking embarrassing. I feel like the scene of History of the World, Part 1. You've got Danny Granger, Bob, and Shabazz Napier. I've got nothing. I've got nothing for sale. Nothing. For those of you that ever watched History of the World Part 1, that's the scene. That's Pat Riley with Granger, with Bob, and Shabazz Napier. I've got nothing. I've got nothing for sale. You know, we got to call things like we see it. That's what's going on. So you don't get stars because you don't accumulate first-round picks. That's how everybody else gets them. They trade 4 or 5 first-round picks. They swap picks for another 4 or 5 years. There's no magic carpet here, bro. There's no pixie dust. There's no nothing. It's picks and cap space. And what have the Heat done? They piss it away by getting Kyle freaking Lowry. Stupid-ass contract. That's on Riley, bro. But does the media really come out and go after Riley and say, bro, Riley has been a major fuck-up here the last 10 years. He makes one stupid-ass decision after another, Dwayne Dedman decision after another. Oh, nobody says that. Nobody says that Jimmy Butler es un descarado. Nobody says that. Nobody says that. They don't get stars. No, they don't get stars because they're incompetent the last 10 years. Oh, and by the way, when they got the 2 stars, they got them because of Dwayne Wade, not Pat Riley. Say that. Say that Bam Adebayo is a role player, super role player. I'm sorry. I give him more respect than just role player. A super role. He's not a star, but the Heat will try to sell you a star. The media will try to sell you a star. The beat writers try to sell you a star because you've heard them all here on my show say he's a star when he's not a star. Not enough honesty about what's going on. There's too much trepidation worried about who I'm going to piss off. So if you want honesty, you're not going to get it from a lot of places. That's all. You'll get shows that they'll be just, centric about one thing, Dolphins or Heat or whatever, and they'll be just pro on that, and they will not fold. Can't do anything about it, bro. So the real honesty is that Riley has not done well the last 10 years. The real honesty is that Bam Adebayo is not a star. The real honesty is that Butler is a con artist. That's what we have to say. He is doing a con job now. And that's our problem right now. We don't have enough honesty in the media. And because you don't have a lot of editors with balls, you don't have a lot of program directors with any balls. They're all sold out to whatever organizations they tie themselves to, or they're worried about access because, as I've told you, there are organizations that are ultra sensitive. It doesn't get more sensitive than the University of Miami. And then next, it's the Miami Dolphins. Notoriously, their PR departments are ultra sensitive. It's just what it is. So I'm just telling you because it's kind of the way it goes. So that's really our problem. Okay? Nobody tells it like it is. I'm sorry. So it's not that the Heat won't attract stars. No, the Heat are doing shit in a stupid way, and that's why they can't get any stars. That's the way you're supposed to phrase it. You're supposed to phrase it that they're stupid for giving first-round picks for Terry Rozier or wasting it on Shabazz Napier or whatever other dumbass deal that they've done in the last 10 years, or extending Butler or signing Whiteside or James Johnson or any of these stupid-ass deals that they've done in the last 10 years that all they do is set their team back and bog themselves down, and that's what they continually do. Bro, Tyler Johnson, are you fucking kidding me, dude? Are you fucking kidding me? Tyler Johnson. You should be embarrassed that you signed that contract. When are we going to be honest? Why? Because it's painful? Because it's brutally too, real? Incompetence is killing the Miami Heat. And the only thing that saves them is Eric Spoelstra, dude. Eric freaking Spoelstra. They're lucky that they developed the best coach in the history of their franchise. By the way, how many media members are willing to write an article? Has anybody written an article yet to say Eric Spoelstra is a better coach than Pat Riley, X's and O's? Have you seen anybody do that yet on the beat? No, right? Honesty. Where is the honesty? You afraid of pissing off the people at the top by anointing Eric Spoelstra the greatest X's and O's coach, period, ever? We know Pat Riley's the architect. Greatest there, because there's no Eric Spoelstra without Pat Riley, and you don't even get Stan Van Gundy. And he developed Jeff Van Gundy. So culture, all that, Riley's tops. Coaching. It's not even close. It's not even close. Riley had one way to coach. That's it. It was his way, and that's it. And you plugged in the same players, same type of system. That's why he tied Spoelstra to Whiteside, because he wanted to go back to the old days, the big prodding center, and the game was changing. And poor Spoelstra, he's in his more youthful years there. He's kind of has to deal with the old man above and all that. No, there's no honesty here, bro. There's no honesty here. There's no honesty here. We'd rather be lied to, or we're afraid to, oh my God, we got to step on eggshells here. Riley's awesome, dude. He's the best. I love him. Stay there, all that. But I'm going to give Spoelstra his props. I'm not going to do that just because you're here. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm going to highlight how good he is, because you guys are bad, and he makes you look better than anything. He gets more out of bums than anybody will. He gets more out of young people than anybody will. He develops more people than anybody does. He gets the most out of whatever the hell you give him. He makes lemonade out of every lemon that you give him. Every damn lemon. We don't have enough honesty. That's all. So when you get a writer to tell you everything I said, and it's not because, O thinks he's right. No, bro, just look at the facts. That's all. That's all. Look at the facts and look at what's going on with Bam Adebayo. I'm sure there are plenty of people now that are going, damn, yeah, he had that super role player thing nailed. Yeah, he's not a star now. It's just, let's be honest. So when the Heat get back to doing responsible things in the front office, they'll get stars. Why do you think I keep saying they need to take 8 steps back to go forward? Tyler's one of them. Don't get enamored with the way he's playing. Don't do that. Don't do that. You get another month from him. Somebody wants to give you a bunch of picks, bro. Trade his ass. Trade his ass and get those picks. You want a star? He's not a star. I think you know that by now. He can score, but he's not a star. And I don't even know if he's durable enough. So far, he's lasted. I didn't like that Chang wrote the article. You saw Chang write the article? I was like, oh, shit. This is the broadcaster. He's hit 47 straight field goals. This one's from 42 yards. It should be a chip shot. He's hit 2 of them in this game from 56 and 63 yards. This one should be no problem. Clank, boom, bah. They lost the game. Yeah, he's hated and all that. Yes. You know, I'm telling. Hey, Chang, I saw that article, Anthony. I don't know, bro. That was a kiss of death article right there. Oh, man. Frampton Hendricks says, you're right, Big O. Lazy, often injured, knees and ankles about to explode. He's fragile now. That's Jimmy Butler, man. Deshaun Hound, 305. I was surprised how Dwayne Wade spoke about the situation on his pod. Yep. He spoke the truth. J-Town is in. Let's see. Nico Jones. I'm old. It's my evening. That's a man that goes to sleep early and wakes up early, right? That's what it is, right? It's one of those deals. That's what he means.
He naps.
Yeah. Let's see. Pat in Asheville. I read that David Lynch couldn't leave his home due to health issues, emphysema. If you haven't watched The Elephant Man, wonderful film. Yeah, I have watched the Elephant Man. I did see that. Yes. Let's see. True Fin fan, thank you. I know you meant sick and tired, bro. But it gave me an opportunity to just throw in a joke. So, that's all. It's, if I get a shot at just being a smart ass, I'm just going to do it always. I'm just going to roll with it and have some fun. Jose M says paying Hassan Whiteside $100 million. I know. When you win 3 championships and make 7 NBA finals, you get more slack. When you can't win 1 playoff game in a quarter century, you get none. I like that. Alonzo deserves blame as well. What's he talking about? Jose M. I see there. Alonzo deserves blame as well. I don't know. I don't think does he mean Alonzo Mourning? Why would I blame Alonzo Mourning? I be not knowing what he's talking about, man. Okay. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show, by the way. That's Cash Big O Show at Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation, which we always love that. Ocala Joe. Thank you, sir, for the love on Cash App. He says, have a drink on me at the H bar. There you go. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Very nice. Very, very nice. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And we always appreciate it. You can send in your questions, comments, insults, which we get plenty of those. It's always a beautiful thing. Big O, who do you like in this Buffalo matchup? Hopefully Steve will be here soon with the wise guy picks. I am going Texans plus 8.5. The Chefs will win. I'm going Washington plus 9.5. The Lions will win. I am not touching Rams or Eagles on that one. And I am definitely going Bills heavy against the Ravens plus 1.5. Heavy. Anyway, so that's what I'm going with. this weekend overall. Spo should have final say. I don't know if he does. Whiteside, does it look to you like he had final say in that one when he butted heads with him the entire time? Riley even had to get in the middle of, oh, these guys got to find a way. Why? Because you signed them? It's like, yo, bro, it's your screw up. Now stop. Get out of the way. So I don't know, dude. I don't know. The Kyle Lowry thing. He was in love with Kyle Lowry for years. How many times were we linked to Kyle Lowry, bro? I was tired of it. And we waited to get Kyle Lowry when he's a dinosaur.
That's what scares me about the whole Bradley Beal type thing.
I think they. Well, I didn't want him then.
No, I'm not saying
so
but he was linked so many times
yeah.
that you ultimately get him, and it's like
right.
All these guys seem like at some point they end up being on the Heat.
Yeah,
that we're linked to, just not the time that we need them or that they're at their level.
Danny Granger was another one too.
Yeah,
he was linked for years too, and then they finally got him. We got him when he's like, done. Like stupid, bro. So yeah, no. That's our problem. It's been a problem, man. It's been bad decisions in the front office. They're lucky that they have Spo, dude. They're so lucky they have Spo. They're incredibly lucky they have Spo. Yeah.
And also you got to give Spo a chance to see some of these young guys in action in game. I get practices
and pressure
whatever,
and
the pressure of the game, and you see what they have, so then you know what. Like you cannot. I can't believe that Spo knows exactly what rotations he wants to go with right now.
Not yet.
There's no way you can tell what all these guys are going to do in the pressure situation.
Well, we're seeing a better Jaquez now than we were seeing for the last 40 games dating back to 50 games, 60 games dating back to last season. Because after the injury, he wasn't the same guy anymore, and then he wasn't getting playing time. So now that Butler's out, it allows him to grow, and we're going to find out. Let's find out who's who, dude. Maybe the Jovic kid who's got a boatload of ability, but he does all kinds of crazy shit on the court, but he's young, so he's got to grow. How does he grow? Being on the court and screwing up. He's got to do, and you've got to put all of these guys in pressure situations where they've got to win games, where they're frustrated, where they've lost 3-4 in a row. How do they react to that? Are they tough enough mentally? Can they come back from that? Can they dig deep? Can they find out who they didn't know they were? All of a sudden, one of these guys just explodes and becomes a player he never thought he could be. None of this we'll ever find out if you go back and forth. This reminds me a lot of the blood clot years. And it was one of those where Spo had no idea what was going on, and he had things. And then when Bosch came back and reinsert, and it changes everything, and you cannot develop any continuity, and you don't find out enough about people. The good thing about this roster is there's a whole bunch of young guys now. Something it's not something normal in years past, even in the Riley history. So now you have these young guys. Dude, it's all right if you take a couple steps back. I don't care about your spoiled ass Heat Nation. There's a part of Heat Nation that you're insufferable, to be quite honest. You have no idea how spoiled you've been, and you're not willing to take a couple of steps back so you can see the light at the end of the tunnel and say, the only way, my favorite franchise is going to get better is if they take a few steps back. Trade Tyler. If you can get anything for Butler, then do it. Don't tie yourself to any more salaries. Enough of that. Clear yourself of bad salaries. Collect as many picks as possible. You're getting much better at drafting. So if you get more picks, you can either draft them or package them. But do that instead. Get back to having your allotment of picks every year. Try to see if you can actually pick up a few picks along the way. Why not? Dude, if somebody wants Tyler and gives you several picks, make the move. Somebody gives you another pick for a shooter because they need Duncan, make the move. Take the steps back. Don't worry about the spoiled ass Heat fan that doesn't know what it's like to have like a, maybe almost not expansion, but, close to it, but with a great coach, which will probably keep you around 500. You'll be the same thing you've been. Either you're a play-in team or you're not, right around there with Spo, because he's that good. Life won't be that bad, dude. It won't be that bad for a couple of years, but it might give you some chance to be really successful down the line again. So maybe you can hang another banner.
You want to hear a wild ass stat? Super Bowl and the Ravens.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll change your mind.
Okay.
I don't really doubt it, but it's funny. Everybody knows the Ravens win the Super Bowl every 12 years by scoring 34 points with a 28-year-old quarterback. In 2001, they won 34-7 with Dilfer, who was 28.
Okay.
2013, 34-31 with Flacco when he was 28.
Okay.
2025, Lamar Jackson is 28.
Okay. That's interesting. If they can run, they can win any game. The second you stop them from running, it's the same shit all over again. And so if on Sunday they stop the run and they finally, if you stop Derrick Henry, which is not easy, but if you do that and then you get into a passing battle, Josh Allen's going to win that passing battle. That's all. I saw Tua beat him that way. Once you stop the run, Tua came back from 21 points or 14 points or something, and he won. Why? Because Miami's defense showed up, kept stopping Lamar, and he couldn't pass it. He couldn't run, so he couldn't pass. And once you do that, that's it. You make him one-dimensional. And once you make him one-dimensional, he's not the same player anymore. It's kind of elementary. That's what's happened ever since. So I kind of expect the same thing. If Buffalo's defense steps up and they slow down the run like most people do to Baltimore in the playoffs, you beat them. That's it. So I like the whole 28 thing and all that. That's kind of funny. It's cute. It's cute.
I think it's going to last.
No, it's not going to last. It's not going to last.
I don't think Jose M understands what you're saying.
So it's just one of those things. And the first go around, you had a generational defense. Actually, my God, you had
definitely with. The Flacco one wasn't.
That defense was middling.
Right.
It was like a 15th rank.
Got that contract.
Yeah. Flacco went 11 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Yeah, I remember that playoff run.
He had a perfect playoff run. 11 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Joe Flacco that year did not make a mistake. And then remember, he was offered a lesser contract that year, and he banked on himself. He won the Super Bowl, and they gave him that big-ass contract that then they regretted after that. But you really can't regret it because you got your Super Bowl, bro. And he was as hot as you could possibly get in a playoff run. 11 touchdowns, no interceptions for Joe Flacco.
How about that score, 34-31?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a shootout. Almost.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's who I like. Let's see. Pat Riley is a grudge kingpin. You can't cross him and think it's all good. Well, it's not crossing. It's Butler has not done his job for 2+ years, dude. He refuses to play in the regular season. We've all seen it. We've talked about it over and over again that he doesn't try. There are games that he's playing and he's not even trying. It's not even not showing up. It's not even trying when you play at times.
According to him, it's Spo not putting him in the game plan, right?
Yeah.
I just stand in the corner and do this.
Well, by the way, I noticed right away at the beginning of the season. Remember, I talked about it. They changed the offense. They said, "Screw you. We got to change. We got to be more of a 3-point shooting team. It's not your game, but this is the way we got to go, and you got to roll with us." That's why I think they're moving on, bro. They're moving on, and I think he's going to be suspended tomorrow. I think they're going to tell him, "Go away. You want out? Fine. We don't want you around. You want out? Here, now you'll be healthy at the end of the year. This guarantees you health, and you can go out and get free agency and get whoever you want. God bless you." And then he's going to have to come back to play nice in order to get a sign and trade, or if not, he's screwed. So that's it. And, some people say, well, what if he comes back and he takes the player option? That would be him eating like his words. He would be, that would make him look really, really bad, because it would make him look like, oh, I got to come back because you guys are the only ones that pay me. Nobody wants me. So I'm a scumbag. I'm only coming back for the money because I have no scruples and I really don't want to show anybody because I can't. the fraud that he is, it would make him it would be bronzed how much of a fraud he is if he comes back. Because it shows that the coward didn't get anything out there. Nobody gave him, and all he wanted was money. He doesn't want to play for anybody, so they're going to offer him less and say, well, you can come here, but we don't have that cap space. We can offer you this, and that's it. And he's not going to give them any effort. He's a con artist, dude. He's a bullshitter. Tired of his crap. Let's see. What else? Thank you for not carrying water for the heat like the other channels. Well, that's because they're afraid. I've never been the guy that does a show afraid. Big O, that reminds me of Evel Knievel. Now you said that, I'm going to go play with my Evel Knievel motorcycle toy when I get home. Mr. Majestic, 50 years of Dolphins failures, go back to 75, losing 2 to the Colts, tanked their postseason at 10-4. Yep. What else? Lakers should offer us 3 first-round picks for Spo. I'm not trading Spo, bro.
I was like, I don't think Jose M's understanding exactly what you're saying. We want to keep Spo, not get rid of Spo.
What do I want to get rid of Spo for? I'm going to trade you, Jose, to Los Angeles. That's what I'm going to do. Trade Spo. And by the way, 3 first-round picks is not enough for Spo. Okay? It's not even close. You're going to have to give me picks for like 20 years if you want Spo. You want a generational coach for 3 first-round picks? A coach that's going to make you pick in the back end of the first round? Pretty much? Yeah, no, thanks. Jose M, by the way, I want you nowhere near the Miami Heat franchise. Okay? Not only do I not want you as a fan, I don't want you anywhere the decision process of the Miami Heat. Okay? Nowhere near. Never ask Jose M for any advice whatsoever on the Miami Heat. Three first-round picks. The guy's just like he's giving it away. Here's Spo for nothing. 3 first-round picks. Oklahoma City has like 3 first-round picks every year for the next 10 years. They have so many. Yeah, Jose is a Celtics fan in disguise. That's it. That's a good one right there, James. You exposed his ass.
With that deal, he's got to be a Lakers fan, right? I mean, there's no way.
Oh man, let's talk about my guy Ray and Mike at R&M Contractors and Custom Drywall, complete remodel, kitchen upgrades, waterproofing. For those of you, by the way, that live in condos, I know you're going through a tough time right now and everything for insurance purposes, but a lot of you have to do a flood test report. You've got to have waterproofing your terrace, your balcony, all that kind of stuff. If you need that done, R&M Contractors and Custom Drywall, they do that. And excuse me. And one of the things that's really important, by the way, when you do that is draining. A lot of people don't understand that. So when they run the flood test report on in your condo, none of the water is going to go to your neighbors or anything like that. It's all going to stay there. But then you've got to drain it. And that's one of the real big problems that happens with all of that the draining is clogged and it creates problems. And so they make sure not only that there are no leaks and everything is waterproofed and all of that, but it also drains properly and it doesn't affect your neighbors. And that's really, really important. So call R&M Contractors and Custom Drywall. That is something that can save you a lot of money, save you a lot of trouble, save yourself a lot of embarrassment because, you cause more pain for your neighbors and those kind of things. It's really important. If you live in a condo, it's incredibly important. R&M Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649. If you want to see their work, bathroom upgrades, floor restoration, maintenance, stucco repair, you name it, they do it all, dude. Go to RMC Fisher Island on Instagram so you can check out their Instagram page, RMC Fisher Island, R&M Contractors and Custom Drywall, and call Ray or Mike and tell them that Big O sent you. Trust me, they will take care of you. Jojo Gunn says, I think they're expecting snow, so this could be a run-heavy game. Oh, in Buffalo, are they expecting snow? No, don't. I mean, unless it's a wind snowstorm, like that it's like going sideways, they'll still pass the ball. In Buffalo, they still pass the ball. They're used to passing the ball. That's their thing. You know what I mean? So you will still get a passing game, maybe not as heavy, but you still will get a passing game. And if it becomes more one-dimensional, that plays more to the Bills' hands because then the defense knows what's coming, and there's less surprise. Then they can stack the box in every gap and try to make Henry run sideways, which is what you want to do with Henry. You cannot allow Henry to go north and south. Once you let him break that line of scrimmage with a head of steam, it's over, dude. It's over because he's bowling the guy in the second level for 5-7 more yards easily. So you can't allow him to get any kind of momentum past the line of scrimmage. So that'll be the key. So if there's a snowstorm and all that kind of stuff, it will be easier to fill the gaps. And by the way, harder for a big man like him to do cutting also. So, yeah, more straight line, which allows you to fill those gaps. Makes it a little harder, And remember, they're used to that environment. That's their environment. So it's not something that you're going to try to take advantage of. Yes.
They've got snow expected on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Sunday, it's just cloudy.
Oh, but that's the game. The game is Sunday.
Yeah. But again,
and it's the afternoon game.
2 to 3 inches each day on those other days. So
yeah,
depending on then. But it looks like it's just cloudy that day. But it's going to be about 18. So possible flurries maybe.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I'm no weatherman, but I do play one on the Big O radio show.
There we go. Let's see. What else do we have here? Howdy. Oh, dig your classic Sticks jersey. Thank you, Ray. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Can we trade Spo for a Clay Aiken concert shirt and a Panhandle chili dog? That's kind of fair. That's kind of fair. Yeah, which Clay
Aiken tour is it?
Yeah, like if you could get like the rookie tour, the first one, that's the one that's worth a lot of money. Yeah, you can score big in the Clay Aiken sphere.
Where is the Panhandle chili dog from?
That's right. It must be a Dairy Queen.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, the only
go
one
big or go home with this.
Right. Yeah. The only one that's worth it is a Dairy Queen one. Yes. It's worth it.
That's what the deal's worth.
Yes. I'm with you. Coach Spo gave us enough. He deserves a better organization. We need better players. Yeah, but you don't win without a better coach. You can have your players, and you won't win. You can have better players, and you'll be what's the example I love to use? The guy with the white hair right before Phil Jackson took over. Oh God, what's his name? In the Lakers, Del Harris. You could be Del Harris, and then here comes Phil Jackson. You could be in Chicago. It was Doug Collins, and then it's Phil Jackson. You could be Kyle Lockery, Kevin Lockery, and then you get Pat Riley. Yeah. Well, that's now, but it was Stan Pat Spo. Oh man, so it could happen. That's how it goes sometimes. That's kind of the deal, unfortunately. We make Chris Quinn the head coach. That's nice. D Last says Butler loves IG post about getting his joy back after his meeting with Arison. Joy Taylor? What kind of joy? I've been trying to figure that out. Okay. I'm trying to. Maybe D. Laz has the answer because I've asked everybody. Is Jimmy Butler, did he lose his joy for basketball or did he lose his joy Taylor? I'm not exactly sure. I'm trying to figure that out. I may have misunderstood him. So I'm just wondering, anybody got the skinny on that? Lay it on thick. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. Just an idea. All right, what else do we have? Let's get to our 3A Graphics sports calendar, by the way. Alan Blanco, your corporation, company, business, school, whatever, you need custom printing and embroidery, maybe new uniforms, call my guy, Alan Blanco. You can do all of that anywhere in the country. You can call him, do it by Zoom and all that kind of stuff. 3A Graphics, Alan Blanco, 786-618-1443. Lakers last night defeat the Heat 117-108. 19 turnovers burned them. Tyler, by the way, had 34 points. He did have 7 turnovers in the game. You got to take care of the basketball there. Friday, they take on Denver at 8 o'clock. Tonight, it is the Panthers back in action. You can catch it on ESPN at 7 o'clock is the face-off. They are hosting the Red Wings at Amerant Bank Arena. So let's see if they can hand the Red Wings a loss there. Tonight also at 7, the Lady Canes are back in action at the Watsco Center, and that'll be Boston College taking on UM. Tricia Kellett, by the way, she has done a really nice job as a head coach. Canes are 11-5. Not bad, man. Not bad. Not a bad season so far for her. Huh? Yeah, doing a nice job replacing Katie Meyer. So good stuff there. And then obviously the sad news today, Bob Uecker, Milwaukee Brewers longtime voice and legend and actor, comedian, and just all around lovable guy that everyone knows who Bob Uecker is. After an amazing life, we lose him at the age of 90 years old. Rest in peace, Bob Uecker. That is our 3A Graphics sports calendar. By the way, where are we with Bam now? Watching it last night, 10 points, 3 of 7 shooting, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Yeah, I don't get hung up on his offense that much because I know who he is. He has no balls when it comes to his offensive game. He's a passive player. But when I see the rebounds and I see the assists and the steals and the blocks and they're not there, that's when I start saying you're not being the super role player. That's what I see. Those of you out there, like my man Sean right now, the 7 shots. Well, this is who he is. I'm not doing that anymore. I've stopped doing that a couple of years ago. I'm trying to walk the rest of you off that ledge. Okay, he's not an offensive player. Just not. Does he have the ability? Yeah, of course he does. But he doesn't have the fire, the desire to be great as a scorer. That's just his thing, dude. It's not anything that's wrong with him, but it's just kind of who he is. But it shows that Bam. This is a moment where if you were a star, you would have shined. You've had more than enough time to polish your game. This is his 7th season now, I want to say. Maybe 8th. Okay, so you've had more than enough time to mature. You're no longer, there's no Wade and no Butler now. So you don't have to defer. The fact that you're deferring to Tyler is kind of embarrassing. Or is it that that's who you are? That's who you've always been. But your game now is kind of being hurt in the other areas that's where you're supposed to excel. And when I'm watching last night, that's one of the things. I know the turnovers and all that kind of stuff. There were other things that kind of hurt him in that game, specifically the turnovers, because there were a lot of stupid turnovers. But I mean, this proves why Bam is what he is, and he's not a star. And every moment that you put him in that position, you are misplacing him, and then you are disappointed in your over-evaluation of Bam Adebayo. But if he was ever going to be a star, this was the moment. This players, real stars, they are starved for that moment to shine. That moment that the older star is broken down and out or hurt or whatever. Oh, shit, it's my team now. Oh, man, I'm going to take off. This is, Bam's had those kind of moments throughout because Jimmy misses time all the time. Never happens. The dude never takes over. And that's what everybody wants to do that wants to be a star. They want to prove I'm the guy. And at no point has Bam Adebayo has ever proven, hey, I'm the guy. A lot of you want to make him out to be the guy, make him out to grow into that, but every time he's put in that moment, he folds. He's a terrific player, but he's a terrific role player, is what he is, not a star. Stars carry you. Stars starve to be in the spotlight. Stars want to be in the heat. Stars want that shot. Stars want to lead. Bam Adebayo doesn't have any of those. He has none of those traits. And he constantly proves it. All righty. Big O, your thoughts on how Chop played this year? Fantastic. You had a fantastic rookie year, and you got yourself a future pass rusher. Now let's hope that Jalen Phillips can stay healthy next year and that we see more from Mohamed Kamara and he can develop into something because I think Chubb is gone after June 1st anyway. So, yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. Okay. What else do we have here? Jimmy lost his Rachel Nichols. Could be it. Could be it. What else do we have? Oh, man. By the way, did you see what happened to Karl Anthony Towns? So, huh? What? What happened to Karl Anthony Towns? No, not like that.
Oh,
No. It's nothing serious like that. No. He's talking about because the man lost like 7 relatives in the pandemic. 7 relatives. It's crazy. No. He's had some bad shit happen to him, poor kid. And so more shit. All right, so he played in Minnesota, but he grew up an Eagles fan. But, he plays for the Knicks. So he was out 2 nights ago. So he wore an Eagles shirt. So New Yorkers at Madison Square Garden, sipping on their coffee, got a little pissed, a little butthurt because he was wearing the Eagles shirt and they were like ribbing him or something. It's like, you can't expect all the players that play in your city to be fans of every sport in your city. They may have grown up in another city. They may love the other sport and another team that they grew up with. And that's all right. And you know what? When the when the Jets or the Giants are playing somebody else that is in Philly, he'll probably go out there and do the PR thing and root for New York and all that. But he has a right to be an Eagles fan. I mean, not that Eagles fans, after what happened to the other asshole, you know what I'm saying? Eagles fans, I know they're full of scumbags. There is no fan base that has more scumbags, more lowlifes than Eagles fans. Okay, that we know. That's obvious. And that loser that lost his job, can't go to any more games to the Link, and I love how he apologizes after, right? He apologized because he got caught because he was on camera saying disgusting things to a woman, which just for that alone, dude, you're despicable as a human being, period, bro. Anybody that would bother to insult a woman like that for hours in a game, what's wrong with you, dude? I'm glad you lost your job. I'm glad you never get to go to an Eagles game. You're a low life, dude. Ryan, is it Callahan or something like that is the name? Let me make sure I get the name right. So since we're gonna pick on this loser, let's make sure that we mention this fucking loser's name. And I'm glad that he got booted out. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, you know what? I gotta check it out in replies. I think it was a reply to somebody. I'm pretty sure. I want to say it's Ryan Callahan. I want to say is the name. I don't know why that's the name I'm remembering in my head. The guy's name, Ryan Caldwell. Ryan Caldwell. There we go. So that scumbag, Ryan Caldwell, I'm glad he lost his job. I'm glad he's not allowed to be in the Link anymore. So most Eagles fans, well, not most, but there's a lot of them that aren't worth the time of day. They're not worth the shit on the soles of my shoe. And Ryan Caldwell is one of those guys. But Cat, I mean, New Yorkers, come on, dude. Can you guys grow? Some of you fans, you're so childish, dude. You're going to be all butthurt because Karl Anthony Towns is an Eagles fan. The guy played in Minnesota before. What if he wore Vikings and he became a really strong Vikings fan? He doesn't want to. I moved for a short time to San Francisco. Do you think I left the Dolphins or the Heat or the sorry-ass Marlins or the Panthers? No. No way, dude. I was always going to sport those colors. That's who I am. That's what I grew up with. So, and Karl, at halftime, when they went inside, he came back out in a Knicks shirt, just because he was getting all that heat. I mean, that's some childish shit, dude. Let the guy root for his team. Like Riley says, you're Giant fans, you're Jet fans, right? Hey, man, you got nothing to say. Shut up. Your teams aren't in the playoffs. If the Giants were playing the Eagles that week and he's wearing the Eagles, okay, that might be a little wrong on Cat's part because that's kind of stirring it up right there. Okay, that would be disrespectful on his part there. But the Giants aren't in the playoffs. They have nothing to say in the playoff picture. And the young man is an Eagles fan. Let him enjoy his time. Let's not act like Ryan Caldwell. And that's what those Jets and Giants fans acted like. They acted like Ryan Caldwell. A butthurt little bitch that's mad that there are two Packers fans in front of him at Eagle Stadium. By the way, that couple has been to like 20 stadiums. They said like they'll never go back to the Eagles, which, I mean, it's got to be known that you don't go to the Eagles Stadium as an opposing fan. It's just not worth it. They're scumbags over there. They're losers. I mean, that's why they used to have a jail in the old Veterans Stadium. They don't do that anymore. They don't have the holding cell anymore. But, I mean, that's why they're the stadium that built a holding cell, because they're fans. They have a large portion of Eagles fans that are just pure scumbags. They're lowlifes. Pure shit. Sewage. That's all it is. Nothing more, nothing less. And that's the sad part. But it's a shame that the New Yorkers acted that way. Childish, too. So the kid had to go change and put on a Knicks shirt. Come on, man. I thought that was cheesy.
He actually made him change, or he just decided.
He decided
all the crap that he was getting.
I know you left for a second, but he at halftime, he did it on his own. Just because so you didn't have to hear anything more from the idiots in the background who acted like Ryan Caldwell, basically. It's sports, man. Let it go, dude. Let it go. Jesus. Sad, dude. Really sad that you would act like that. Let's see. What else do you have? Eagles center a bunch of Packer stuff. That's fine. I mean, that's nice by the Eagles. There's nothing wrong with the Eagles organization. Nothing wrong with them. I mean, Howie is one of the best GMs. They do a great job, all that stuff. It's the Eagles fans. And unfortunately for the Eagles organization, they can't do anything about the fact that they have a certain large section of their fan base that are just lowlifes. They're just pure scumbags. They can't do anything about that. It's not the Eagles organization's problem, and it's not their fault either. It's not like they want those kind. Look, they banned the guy. They banned that other guy, and they did the right thing. That's a beautiful thing that the Eagles organization. It has nothing to do with the Eagles. I would never say it about the Eagles, but I am definitely not a fan of the Eagles, dude. At Joe Robbie Stadium, I told this story before. You probably heard it. I'm doing the pre and post game show for the Dolphins and the QAM, and so I'm out in front of the stadium. For those of you that have followed my career for a long time, I used to do the pre and post game show, and sometimes I would do it at a tent right outside the stadium. And so I'm done with my pregame show, and I'm going to start to walk in, and I have 15 minutes to get to my seat when I end my pregame show, because I throw it to the network part of it, and then they set the scene and all that bullshit the last 15 minutes, and then kickoff. So I've got 15 minutes to go, and I'm getting in line where it's all in the old the way the old stadium was structured. In the middle, you would go in for the club seats and media, because we'd always use the same elevators to go up to either the club seats or to the media center, right? So I'm in line, and dude, there's these two older folks out there. It's a couple, and they're easily in their 70s. You know, they're in their Dolphin gear, bro. And there's these two drunk Philly fans. And they're just hammering these two old people and just talking shit. And it's like these two old people are like, they're terrified. And this is at this stadium. Can you imagine? So, it just happens to be out of all the fan bases, they have the worst fan base out of all of them. They have the, just most scumbags that exist. It's either Eagles fans or English hooligans. I'm not exactly sure which one it is. So I'm glad that they banned that dude, but it's just sad that Karl Anthony Towns. Did you hear about Karl Anthony Towns? So he's an Eagles fan. So he's out for the game the other night, and he's sitting on the bench with the guys, and he's wearing an Eagles shirt. It's like Pat Riley says, bro, you're not in the race. If the Eagles were playing the Giants this weekend and he wears the shirt this week, that's a dick move on his part. Read the room. Don't do that.
Right.
Okay. Kid's an Eagles fan. He came from Minnesota. He lives somewhere else. We're all from somewhere, bro.
Or you're a fan of something.
Or something.
Fan of some team.
So the New Yorkers are getting him shit. And so the kid at halftime comes back out in a Knicks shirt just so he doesn't get the shit. And it's like, we got to, and like this guy, Ryan Caldwell, who just got booted from the Eagles game. Did you see that?
I did.
For 3 hours, he was calling some woman a C word. It's just like disgusting. And again, it's like nothing. The Eagles organization was nice to the Packer fans and all that. They took care of them and all that. But and it has nothing to do with the Eagles organization. It's just that that fan base has
tough. It's
no, it's not
obnoxious.
Tough. It's not tough. Obnoxious is the Jets.
Eagle fans.
Eagles fans are practically criminals. Okay,
well,
so
I'm going to tell you a story about that.
They're scumbag lowlifes. So, and there's a large portion. I know there's some Eagles fans that are good people, but there's a large portion of you Eagle fans that you're just pure scumbags. That's all. You're pieces of shit. That's all. It's pretty. I mean, any man that would do that to any woman for any reason, for nothing, bro.
That's
and
he scumbag move.
And he lost his job. He lost his job.
Good for him. Then
he can't ever go back to a game at the Link.
Good.
So the Eagles organization did
the right thing.
The employer did the right thing because you don't want somebody like that working at Hialeah Park.
No.
Working for your organization. No. I mean, really, dude, what kind of a life do you have that's what you want to do for 3 hours? For a stupid game?
You go,
a stupid game.
I'm going to tell you, this has been historic. This is historically bad for many years. About 20 years ago, I'm dating my wife. We're single. We're both single. And she says, I tell her, I'm going to go to the Eagles-Giants game. It's in Philadelphia. She's not a fan at the time. Now she's she understands football now. If a quarterback's not getting protected, she's all over it, right? She's actually she says she's not smart about it, but she's very smart. And her son is like a sports genius and a very good, knowledgeable guy about sports and a lot of things. So I tell her at the time, though, she doesn't know. I said, listen, I don't think you should go. And I say something that's totally wrong. It's just not really a place that I don't think you're going to like. It's more like a guy place because it's really rough. And she kind of takes what do you mean? Like she's a pretty strong woman. She's like, I can take care of myself. I said, okay, I respect that. I do know she's, she's 5'3", 100 pounds, but she can take care of herself. I call her Bobby. What do you call it?
And my wife is short, and she is.
Yeah, she can take. And your wife
tough
take care of herself.
My God,
right? They can take care of themselves.
We're one of the toughest people I've ever seen in my life is my wife.
And so I call her. What's the guy who used to be the Yankees coach? The Yankees used to have getting all
Billy Martin.
Billy Martin. I say you're like Billy Martin. The little guy gets in everybody's face, right? But she's right about it. So. Okay, let's go. So we're going to the game. Now, this is 20 years ago. And we're coming up the escalator in the old stadium. It was the Vet.
Right.
And she says, I just want to use the ladies' room before we sit down. Right. Oh, by the way, the guy I'm getting the tickets from is an Eagle fan. He tells me, listen, you got to wear black jeans and a black shirt. If you're not an Eagle fan, don't wear a Giants shirt. Because my buddies won't allow me to sit in my own seats. Right. I sold them to a Giants. I have to wear a black shirt and a black jacket, and she's wearing a black shirt and a black jacket, and she thinks this like, what is you, Steve? You're crazy. She goes into the ladies' room. She's in there for a few minutes, maybe 2 minutes. She comes running out. There's a brawl in there. Women, Eagle fan women,
we're Giant fans,
pounding on this woman that was wearing a Giant shirt is like, she should be going to the bathroom in a hole outside, like horrible stuff, getting near physical. And I said, see, honey, it's pretty bad. She goes, yeah, I guess so. Yeah. And we went there. And so we experienced it. It's like bizarro world.
I think the only way you do that is if you're in club seats.
Yeah. Then it's
you go club
somewhat
seats.
Refined, somewhat better. Not refined, but.
No, I'm saying you're in the glass.
Yeah.
I'm talking about you're in club seats, like really expensive seats.
50, there's 50 of them in a nice air-conditioned or heated place.
Yeah. You're away from the crowd. That you're with people that, have some money, and they're not going to act like that.
So we went
probably
2 years ago.
Probably
2 years ago.
There's a chance. I don't know. It is Eagle fans. So
2 years ago. Wait, this is better. 2 years. This is kind of fun though. 2 years ago, I go there with my son. My son's an Eagle fan, but he's tempered down a little now, but he's still a hardcore fan, but he's converting his fiance to an Eagle fan, the whole 9 yards. And so 2 years ago, we go to the Green Bay Packer Eagle game because he wants to take us to the game. He knows my wife is now a big fan, football, right? So we go to the game, and there's a guy from Green Bay behind us, and we're all kind of like, there's about 10 of us there. We're all kind of having a good time, but there's mostly Eagle fans. Me and my wife, we're neutral. And these two guys behind us, I tell you, I wish I could find their names. I want to go to every game with them. They're the funniest guys I ever met in my life. but they're all dressed in Green Bay. A Green Bay defensive back gets hurt, injured really bad, and now the Eagle fans are like, get him off the field. He's faking it. He's faking it, right? And now I'm yelling, he's faking it, and we're laughing with the Green Bay fan, Okay, fast forward about 40 minutes. The Green Bay fan stands up. It's a quiet moment, and he stands up and he says, hey, Eagle fan, just got a report on you. That gentleman that was faking it, he broke his tibia, and he's getting operated on it in University of Pennsylvania Hospital as we speak. I mean, these fans are insane.
No, I know.
I hate to laugh about it because the poor guy broke his tibia, but they were telling him he was faking it.
Yeah, I'm interviewing I'm interviewing Troy. God, we had him here, and then he went to Philadelphia. Troy Vincent.
Oh, Vincent, yeah.
So I'm interviewing Troy Vincent, and he's like telling me like we're leaving the stadium, and we're leaving the Eagles game, and he's a Dolphin fan at that moment. He's a Dolphins player, and they're in the bus, and they're leaving, and they're watching a Dolphin get like pummeled by like 3 Eagles fans.
It's
there,
horrible. It's like,
and it's
bad.
like
It's really bad.
They're scumbags. They're pure scumbags.
Anyhow, the Jersey guy is not ex, but he's sort of an Eagle fan, but he's one of those Eagle fans.
He's a money fan.
He's a money fan, but he's an Eagle fan that loves to just complain about the Eagles. You know what I mean? That's another thing. That they have a radio up in Philadelphia, the sports
WIP?
radio. That's all they do is complain about that. Like they could go like 16-1 to talk about that loss.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's pretty bad. It's pretty rough.
Pretty different than here.
Yeah.
So listen, the Jersey guy was 4-2 last.
I know
week.
he kicked ass last
He
week.
was 4-2.
Kicked ass.
I actually called him up and said, I screwed up. I did a 4-game parlay. I took his three picks, and then in the Minnesota Rams game, he took the Rams, I took Minnesota, and I lost my parlay.
Yeah.
I didn't listen to the Jersey.
Well,
guy.
we a lot of us lost that one because Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold became Sam Darnold.
Yeah, Sam Darnold. Boy, he probably
I expected
lost about $20 million in the last 2 weeks.
Easily.
In the last 2 weeks, literally.
Easily.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And the New York quarterback said, yeah, now I got a shot at starting next year because he's gone now.
Yeah.
You're not bringing Sam Darnold back. So now for sure. Well,
Daniel Jones could be their quarterback.
Yeah, because he'll beat out.
He'll get money. The Minnesota will get something of value.
That guy makes every quarterback better than what they are. Every quarterback he works with, dude. So does an excellent job.
Here's the Jersey guy picks.
All right, let's do it.
So remember, we can get your viewers just a little plug for sports betting is Hialeah Park. Go on the app.
We mentioned it already. No regret first bet.
No regret
there's the
bet.
QR code.
Life is good.
If you have a Hard Rock account, don't use the same phone number or email. Use a different one when you open it, so you can get your $100.
Big O. I have another thing too.
What's
little
that?
announcement before the Jersey picks for February. We're not giving a car away. No, we're not giving a car away. Nope.
Boat?
Nope.
Houseboat.
It's Valentine's month.
You're giving
his and hers Rolexes.
Holy shit! Well,
his and hers Rolexes.
That's pretty nice.
His and her Rolexes.
Pretty nice.
Earn your entries in February, March 1st. It's Saturday, 1:00 in the morning. March 1st, we're giving away his. We're very romantic, a little romance.
Every time you play the slots downstairs, the very loose slots, very, 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 very loose slots. Okay. You will get entries every time. So all month long in February, get your ass in here so you can win the Rolex. Now you have to be here the night that they give it away. Okay. Which is actually a positive because most people don't show up. So there's less people actually trying to win the car or the Rolex or the boat or whatever. I try to keep reminding you all to come because I do it all the time. Less people come than there is actually in the drawing. So you have a better chance of what you think. But go ahead.
At any rate, Jersey guy's picks.
All right, let's do it.
He reads it like I'm going to read the text. Take Texas and 8 points.
I like that. I am taking Texans and 8.5. I like that one.
All right.
With them there.
Chiefs win, but don't beat the spread.
I like that also. That's exactly why I take the Texans plus a point because I like the Chiefs winning, but the Texans taking the points.
This one I don't like. The third one. The third one I don't like.
Oh,
and I think they're going to win.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. No, you gave us one pick there.
No, I said take Texas and 8 points.
Right. It's 8.5 now. Okay.
Oh, yeah, Chiefs win, but yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got screwed up.
Okay.
Second one I don't like. Lions minus 9.5.
I don't like it at all.
I don't like it even a little bit.
At all, especially with that coach
Jaden,
that he does crazy shit.
Yeah.
And Jaden is...
They're going to win by 6 or 7.
Exactly.
They're going to win by 6 or 7.
You and I are exactly the same. I am taking the points with Washington. I believe Detroit will win, but they'll eke it out.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be it could be a field goal. It's some or late game. He does some. Crazy
I wouldn't
stuff.
be surprised if they lose the game because he did some crazy shit.
Well, listen, Jaden Daniels
he's the real deal.
Yeah, he could really.
He looks good.
If he wins the game, forget it.
He's a calm, cool customer, man. He's a calm, cool customer.
He actually made me get to the final. Did I report to you in my fantasy league?
Yep.
Yeah. Calibro versus Calibro. Thank you. But I lost in the last.
Hey,
Jamar
man.
Gibbs. Oh, I have a little thing about Jamar Gibbs.
What?
Jamar Gibbs runs in at 5 minutes to go, right?
Mhm.
You can't make what I'm going to tell you up. You cannot make what I'm going to tell you up. I'm driving to work yesterday. I live in a building where 5 units are. There's 5 units. It's a very small condo. Like I have. They look like townhouses, but they're called condos. And one of them was purchased by this woman. And she said, I'm not going to live there. She's talking. She calls me up. First time I'm ever talking to her. And she said, listen, I'm not going to live there, but I'm going to rent it. And I think the condo has a rule where you can't rent it more than you got to rent it at least 6 months. But I'm just going to ask the other residents if you could just allow me to rent it for 3 or 4 months. Because my niece's girlfriend, they were there. The girlfriend's a very pretty girl. And she has this boyfriend. He's a very nice guy. He's very quiet. He's really nice, and she's really nice, and he's super, super quiet. All he does is game. He likes the game. Oh, and he's he plays in the NFL, I think with the Detroit Lions or something. He's pretty good, I heard. What's his name? Jamar Gibbs. Jamar Gibbs would like to come to Fort Lauderdale, to my little condo, which is not really a luxury condo, to hide. Oh, I just let your world know.
Yeah.
To hide for 3 or 4 months. In between,
in the offseason.
He wants March, April, May, June, right?
Right.
Or March, April, May.
I think what Steve's saying is Jamar Gibbs is coming to the Dolphins.
Right, exactly.
I'll convince him. I'll convince him. I'll convince him. I'll convince him.
Jamar Gibbs and Dolphins.
Have you ever seen the Seinfeld episode where George Costanza talks to Tartarball about his swing?
Yes.
And then Tartarball goes into like a 20-game slump.
Yeah.
So I'll talk to Gibbs about maybe some of his moves, and he'll have a really bad next year. He'll say, I don't know, this guy from Fort Lauderdale told me some advice. He has a mustache. I can't play the same as I used to. But think about this.
Although that poor kid will probably ruin his career here.
Anyhow, no, he's apparently very quiet. He likes the game, he's a gamer.
I'm just saying his real career will ruin.
His real career. Anyhow, but I think the Lions are going to eke it out. Not going to cover.
I'm with you there.
So the Jersey guy likes Bills over the Ravens.
Love it. Love it. I'm going
like
heavy Bills over Ravens.
Yeah, I guess we're all thinking.
They're the dogs at home?
Plus.
Are you kidding me?
I think they're going to win. But
I think they're going to win for sure.
Yeah,
not a blowout or anything, but I think they're going to
yeah.
win. I think they'll win by 6
Lamar
points.
will do something
Of
weird.
course. Well, if Derrick Henry's running and Lamar's running.
Derrick Henry's, that's a great addition. Yeah. Wow. He was available.
I know.
He was available. We talked about it on this show here.
I know. We wanted him here.
I remember talking about why not get Derrick Henry?
Get a power running game. No, that was, at least we didn't say that here.
I know, but people were saying that. Were saying that.
No way.
Anyhow, last one was.
I'm not touching that one.
Take the Rams and 6. Eagles win. Rams cover.
I kind of like taking the Rams, but this game can go either way. I love the other 3 games, especially the Bills. But,
the Bills. Yeah, the Bills.
I
are the real
love the Bills game.
No, but remember, we disagree with him. He likes the Lions minus 9.5.
No, I know. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that one.
No, but I'm saying the 3 I like.
Yeah,
I love Texans. I love Washington plus the points and the dogs. Actually, 3 dogs because I'm taking the Bills as a dog also.
Yeah.
And so
I like them.
But the Rams could win this game. could
Rams
win
are
tightly.
hot. They're hot.
And the Eagles, their toughness and their running game, they could eke out a touchdown win.
I'm gonna.
So it's just I don't feel good about it either way.
Since we started with Eagle fans, I'm gonna crush all the Eagle fans. I think this is the game that could get Sirianni fired. If he loses to the Rams bad,
yeah,
he's fired.
Well, no, if he loses to the Rams, I think he's fired.
Yeah, but
because he's already on that. And they need more, and Howie has a great roster, so he can get himself.
Yeah,
a coach.
people want to go work for Howie, But
anyway, that's the best GM in the NFL right now.
Very good.
No, he's the best.
Good. He's exceptional.
No, he's the best right now. Yeah. There is no better GM in the NFL in the last 10 years than Howie.
How about the owner put him on the bench for 2 years?
I know the Chiefs have more championships. I get that, but Howie overall. His moves, he just doesn't have Andy Reid anymore.
Yeah, exactly. No, but there was 2 years there in the last 10 years. He was on the bench.
It's the opposite of the Heat. Pat Riley and company have been screwing up for the last 10 years, making bad moves, but they're super lucky that they've got Eric Spoelstra covering it up and making them look better than what they really are.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. So when you're missing that coach, it's so important. And Philly has won. Look at Peterson. He ain't shit.
No, man.
And they won a championship with him, but that's because they build rosters there.
Wait,
dude.
it was a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
It was a backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Too. I mean,
because they build rosters there. They build the lines there. He drafts every year D&O linemen. Every year there are fat men being drafted.
An O-line that's I think any of us, the three of us could get 3 yards of carry.
And they just lost their center. And they just lost their all-world center.
Yeah.
For their center, for their franchise center, the guy that's been
the O-line's still strong,
and the O-line's still strong because that's all they do. Go look at their draft; it'll be D or O lineman every single draft. Howie doesn't screw up with that, bro.
So I'm gonna leave with this because I got to run.
He gets it.
I need some advice on the Jersey guy picks. We like 3 of the 4.
Yes.
Should I bet?
No, 2 of the 4. For me, at least.
Yeah,
I don't like the Rams one.
You would bet the Rams if you had it. Because
I might take the 6 points. Yeah.
It pertains to I'm talking about a parlay for me.
The defense of the Rams is looking really, really, really good. By the way, how's my boy Jared Verse? Remember how badly I wanted him? Jared Verse is killed. He never fell to us. I think he got taken just a couple of picks before. But God, I love Jared Verse going into this.
So I need parlay advice.
Yes.
Should I bet the 4-game parlay? Or the 3-game parlay and take the Lions out. I did the 4-game.
Well, no,
parlay.
I wouldn't take the Lions out. I would take the dog.
So wait, so you're saying the 4-day? What you're saying is bet the 4-game parlay.
Well, I don't like
switch on the Jersey guy. Switch on the Jersey guy as it relates to the Commander Lions game.
I'm taking the Commanders. I'm taking the Commanders.
Exactly how I lost this week. Yeah. Now it was the Rams in Minnesota.
Right.
And Minnesota fell apart last week too.
Yeah.
Not just this past week.
It's not Minnesota.
Yeah, against
it's not
Lions,
Minnesota.
Yeah. No, I mean Darnell or whatever.
It's Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold.
It's Sam Darnold.
Come on, don't pick on Darnold.
We got fooled.
He went.
We fell for the banana in the tailpipe.
But he won 14 games.
We fell.
How many games did Tua win?
Mark Sanchez made it to 2 AFC championship games. Was he really that good?
Oh, he's a superstar. Hall of Famer there.
Peyton Manning won a Super Bowl and he couldn't throw 10 yards.
He couldn't run too.
Right. I mean, think about it. Sometimes your teams are so good that you'll win with Nick Foles.
The most
you just need Nick Foles to make a couple throws. You just need Trent Dilfer to make a couple throws.
That's the most famous one.
You know what I mean?
Dilfer
It's just like sometimes your teams are so good.
Wasn't Kerry Collins the quarterback for the Giants when they beat the Bills?
No.
It was not Kerry Collins.
It was a Hostetler.
Hostetler.
It was a Hostetler.
Another Hall of Fame sort of.
It was a
sort
Jeff
of Hall of
Hostetler.
Famer. Jeff Hostetler. Yeah.
Sims was really good.
No, Sims was
not a Hall of Famer, I would say, but he's really
good. Very good.
And then Hostetler had his moments.
Yeah, but
he had his moments. He wasn't terrible, but he had his moments.
He won the Super Bowl.
Why
did he win the Super Bowl?
Because
of wide right.
And then he went to the Raiders, and I think he had like a serviceable year or two or something. He was all right.
Serviceable.
Serviceable. That's what I'm saying. He wasn't terrible. But again, when you've got the Giants team, At that
And
time,
defense,
that linebacking core was godly.
Yeah.
Their offensive line was a couple of Hall of Famers on it, dude. I mean,
Mark Bavaro, remember?
I mean, you're talking about an all-world tight. He was the Zonka of tight ends.
You know where Bavaro was from? I think he's from Lodi, New Jersey. Another guy from New Jersey.
Well,
imagine that. Somebody from New Jersey.
How is he not from New Jersey?
Well, with that name and the whole
way he played, that's
the
New
whole
Jersey.
look,
that
the
would
whole
be
look.
a New Jersey tight end. A New Jersey tight end isn't a guy that's going to be outrunning people like a deer. No, he's going to run right through a wall.
True. Through
a wall.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. We're going right through the wall. You know, and then, oh, yeah, come on. We'll take you for a ride. Yeah, and he's carrying he's the Zonka of tight ends.
You did that move good. You did that move good.
Yeah, he was one of a kind.
So you did really
Since then, I've never seen another one like him.
You did spend time in New Jersey. I could tell you have some movements, you know.
4 times, 4 summers.
4 summers.
4 full summers in Jersey, in Passaic.
Passaic County.
Right on Broadway, right next to Lincoln number 4.
I think I might have told you this before, but I got to end it with this. So I'm reading this article, and it says it's about this river is horrible, and it's the worst river. It's so polluted, and it's the Passaic River. It goes on and on and on. Like it's 5 paragraphs about how horrible. And then they said, oh, it was written in 1924 in the newspaper in 24. This is.
You know how we
you know how dirty it is now.
Well, you know how much we polluted the crap out of that over the years. Back in the day, it was just because we didn't know any better, dude.
And by the way, and then
it's just like when I trip out when people are like, well, you know, 100 years ago, this general was racist. Bro, 100 years ago, everybody was racist. 200 years ago, they were even more racist and even more hateful. What are you talking about? We came from apes, bro. I mean, you know, we came from cavemen and shit. Of course, we had to gradually grow as human beings. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's kind of like
they say, oh, that guy, that 85-year-old, he's so racist. So, well, think about in 1930, what his parents they were teaching him the ABCs. They were probably racist.
They were all racist. They all had bias. Everybody in the 1930s had biases.
Depending on what neighborhood you were from.
Right, where you were from, who you were from, who affected your life or whatever. You had biases because that's how you didn't know anybody. Bro, we used to settle things by just going out on the street and having a gunfight.
Well, just so you know,
that's it.
The Jersey guy, I got a couple Jersey guy friends. So the Jersey guy used to, he was like a
By the way, we still do that in Chicago. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You were saying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
So the Jersey guy was a little bit of a tough guy. He was like a little Mark Bavaro guy. But now
he go through a wall.
Yeah. But I have a friend from Philly. He's a tough guy. This guy, his name's Steve from Jersey. He's from Jersey, but he's originally from, his family's from South Philly. It's not Philly. And they don't call Philly, they don't call South Philly.
What's his name? Pascotti?
Venuto.
Okay. Right. There we go.
Right. And by the way, he's 62 and he bench presses 380. He's bench pressing at 62. He goes into the gym.
After he ate half a salami.
No, he's not. No, he's in the casino business.
No, yeah. There's people like that are in the law enforcement. What's wrong with you?
But listen to this. So about a year ago, he goes, listen, I'm going to do
this.
Different
kind of law enforcement.
yeah. He tells me this. His name's Steve Venuto. Tough. I mean, and he says, I'm going to do a training for like 3 days with the Navy SEALs. So what? I said, you okay? Yeah. So he goes and does it. He goes, look, everybody was 20 years younger, and I was kicking their asses. This guy is a tough guy. He's my protector. I will tell you one last story about him. So one day I'm supposed to meet him for dinner at Mortorano's, the Italian restaurant?
Yeah, of course. I love their meatballs.
South Philly thing, the whole 9 yards, right?
Yeah.
We're with this other guy, Tommy, who allegedly went to high school with Mortorano, blah, blah, blah. Tommy. No, not Tommy Cutlets.
Which Mortorano's did you go to?
In Oakland Park, the original.
Oh, the original.
And
look at
said,
you.
I live near there. And Stevie Mortorano. Yeah. But I'm late that day. Go figure, right? Okay. I'm 20, 30 minutes late. And I call him. And I'm,
so you're already now Cuban now, huh?
Yeah, I've been.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We have polluted
the Cuban
your
blood
ass.
has definitely polluted me. I love it.
Definitely.
I'm completely on board with it.
We're late to
So-
every goddamn thing.
So I'm 20 minutes late, and while I'm late, I don't know this. Motorano won't seat Stevie and Tommy because the whole party's not there.
Oh,
and he don't like that, right? He don't like that because there's empty tables,
right.
Right. Now he gets into it, with the bouncers in your face, nose to nose, right? Like it's going to be an all-out brawl, blah 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 blah, right? So I call him, right? And there's cops. I said, Stevie, he's 60 years old, 61 years old at the time. And I said, Steve, I'm running late. He goes, screw it. He didn't say screw it, but he says, I'm kind of cleaned it up a little. Screw it. He goes, we're going someplace else. I said, what happened? He goes, we got kicked out of Motorano's. What? You're 61 years old. I got into a little scuffle. I was pushing some people around. The cops came. You got kicked out of a restaurant for getting at 61 years old? You haven't even, and it was my fault.
And he's an Eagles fan.
He is an Eagle fan. He's an Eagle fan.
So we bring it full circle.
We bring it full circle. Anyhow, guys, but he's a great guy. He's a great guy. They're all great. Look.
Unless he doesn't get his table.
Well, he didn't get his table, and I think he had a beat, and it was my fault.
Yes.
We had a great time at the Capitol Grill. It was delicious.
There you go. Meatballs aren't as good.
No, the meatball. We've since made up with Steve Motorano, though.
Good.
We have made up with him.
Steve's a good dude.
Yes, but he's a little crazy.
No, I'm talking about Motorano.
No, I know
That's
well.
Steve.
Yeah, there's a lot of Steves involved.
Okay, yeah,
there's a lot of Steves involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so you know, in my world, there's like
too many.
My son, Steve. My protector, Steve Anuno, Steve.
So you just hang out with the Foremans? Then everybody else is George's?
Yeah, everybody's George.
So everybody's a George or a Steve in the house?
Steve in my world. In New Jersey, my
George,
neighbor,
Steve, huh? Everybody looks around.
I have two people in New Jersey that watch my house. On the street, there's a guy named Steve. He watches it. He's from North Jersey. They're in the stadium, right?
There you go.
He's
watching a lot closer than what you think, by the way.
Across the
He's
river.
watching it even when you are home, by the way. I just want you to know that.
It's all put
Hey, we got entertainment.
Across the river, I got a friend. He watches it from the riverside. He's from Brooklyn. His name's Steve.
There you go.
Okay, right? My grandfather was named Steve. My uncle was named Steve. We call him Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe, who's really Steve, had a son. He named him Steve. He had a brother named John. John had a son. They named him Steve. John had a daughter named him Stephanie. Joe, who's
not
really,
a lot of creativity
Joe,
in your
who's
family,
really
by the
Steve.
way.
Joe.
Okay, Joe is Steve, right?
Yeah.
It's not a lot of creativity
Joe, who's
there.
really Steve, who was my godfather. Uncle Joe was really my godfather. Steve, that Uncle Joe, also had a daughter. He had a son named Steve, but he had a daughter, Grace. Grace married a guy named Steve and had a son named Steve. So when my son was born, I named him Steve.
Damn.
There really wasn't any.
Somebody looks at that family tree. It's like Steve.
Yeah.
So
my
it's
father.
all even Stevens.
That's on my mother's side. On my father, he has one brother, one daughter, one sister, one brother, one sister.
And the sister's named Steve.
She looked like a Steve.
That would be
She looked,
the
no,
best.
she's great.
I mean,
So the brother is John. He's still alive. He's 101 years old. My uncle, 101, lives in North Jersey, North Arlington, 1 square mile. It's 2 miles from the stadium. He's lived there all his entire life. 102 years he lived in North Arlington. 102
Nice.
years. He had a son, named him Steve. That's a lot of Steves.
It's a lot of Steves.
Anyhow, I got to run on that note. Be
you're
good, guys. Sports
all
betting, Rolex watches.
Yes,
we got
Rolex
it all here.
next month. Men's and
all
women's
kinds
Rolexes.
of high hands at Hialeah Poker. There's a lot of action.
I'm
Come
going
on
to be
in.
here at the end of February to try to win that damn thing.
Take care, guys.
All right. You got it.
Signing out.
Yes. I haven't been able to win any of the cars, so maybe I can win the Rolexes. That would be cool. All right, Steve. Be good. Steve Calabro, baby, getting it done here at Hialeah Park. Oh, man. Let's see. What else do we have? Big O, since you think the Bills are going to win. Boom. There we go. Okay. Big O, since you think the Bills are going to win, what kind of scrutiny will Lamar Jackson face for his playoff failures? I don't know. None of them. They don't really criticize him that much because he puts up a lot of stats and stuff like that. But, it's just going to be what has been his bugaboo pretty much throughout his career that when it comes to the playoffs, he doesn't really have the game for it at that point. Pat in Nashville says, Mother Teresa, great guys don't get kicked out of Italian restaurants. Yes, I agree with that one. But Eagles fans get kicked out of anywhere because they're Eagles fans. This is what they do. This is why they're, scummy. I'm going to tell you, bro. All right, let me get to some music stuff here since we always love talking a little music here. Let's get into a little birthdays action. What did I do there? Did I not save this the right way? Well, let me start off with musicians celebrating birthdays today. Aaliyah. She was born on this date in 1979. Unfortunately, we lost her in 2001, man. Wow. It's been 24 years now that Aaliyah's been gone. Wow. 1979. Let's see who else celebrating birthdays today. Maxine Jones, singer, songwriter with En Vogue, born in this date in 1965. Paul Webb, bassist for Talk Talk, born in 1962. The amazing, the beautiful, the talented Sade, born in 1959 on this date. Helen Folasade, or Fashade Adu. Since her name is Sade, I would imagine it's Falashade. Helen Falashade Adu. There you go. I never got to see her in concert. That is one real losing situation for me. I got to say, Bob Kulick, guitarist, Grammy Award-winning record producer, and, of course, guitarist for a short term with Kiss. Jamie Reed, best known for his work with the Sex Pistols album, Nevermind the Bollocks. Here's the Sex Pistols. And the single Anarchy in the UK and God Save the Queen. Ronnie Milsap was born on this date in 1946. Happy birthday to Ronnie Milsap. Who else? And that's it. All right, let's go with birthdays, celebrating birthdays today on this date of January 16th. Kate Moss, model, she is 51. Guess it's not a strong list today. Debbie Allen, TV actress, 76. Richard Jones, TV actor, 53. Joe Flacco, how about that? 40 today, since we were talking about that. John Carpenter, director, Halloween, he is 77. Who else? Alberto Pujols, 45 years old today. And that is it for famous folk. Sean Stanley, do you have any wrestlers born on this date, sir?
Yes, we do. Bull Dempsey was born on this date in 1988. Daiki Nagai was born on this date in 2003. Dion Lennox in 1998. And Rick Bogner, who's better known in WWE phase as The Fake. Razor Ramon was born on this date in 1970. Sadly, we lost him in 2019. Those are your birthdays. January 16th, 2025.
All right. Let's go and switch over to music history. In 1973, Bruce Springsteen on this date played a gig at Villanova University outside Philadelphia. There were just 25 people in the audience. In 1980, Paul McCartney was jailed for 9 days in Tokyo for marijuana possession after being found with 219 grams of the drug upon his arrival at Narita Airport. In 84, Paul and Linda McCartney were arrested in Barbados for drug possession and were each fined $200. In 92, Eric Clapton recorded his unplugged session for MTV that earned 6 Grammy Awards for the Album of the Year. In 96, Jamaican authorities shot at Jimmy Buffett's plane thinking it belonged to a drug trafficker. Bono was on board. The incident, which inspired Jimmy's song, Jamaica Mistaka. What is it? Mistaka? I'm not sure if I pronounced it right. Mistaka. Anyway, in 76 on this date, Sex Pistols' Sid Vicious fell through a glass door at a San Francisco hotel, then took a drug overdose and had to be rushed to the hospital. Just a regular day for Sid. Just a regular day. In 87, the Beastie Boys became the first act censored on American Bandstand. The guys performed their hit party anthem, "You Gotta Fight for Your Rights to Party," as they goofed around on stage. And that's what happened today in music history. Mistaka, it says there. Yeah, that might be it. Mistaka. Jamaica Mistaka. I like that. Jamaica Mistaka. Okay. Maybe he knows Jimmy Buffett's catalog. So yeah, he's a parrot head. I'm not. I like Jimmy Buffett, but I'm not a parrot head. So I don't know his catalog. So you're probably a parrot head. So Jamaica, since it's Jamaica, I would imagine it's Jamaica Mistaka. I would imagine. Now that you made it sound like mistake and it's Jamaica the way it's spelled, I'm going to go Jamaica Mistaka. So gotcha. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I might even listen to that on the way home just to hear. Now that I know about it, let me just hear it. What the hell? What the hell is Jamaica Mistaka? Is it any good? You know, that kind of stuff. I would never set foot in Eagle Stadium. There was a reason the old stadium had a jail cell in the stadium. Yep, you're right. Yep. Eagles fans are basically the prisoners from The Longest Yard. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. You ugly. You ugly. UGLY. You ugly. You ain't got no alibi. You ugly. You ugly. Let's see. New Jersey Casino Guy is my favorite segment. There you go. Everybody loves Steve Calabro. Come on. Big O, since you think we got that one already. As someone who lives in Chicago, I take exception to that. LOL. Only in the South Side. Well, that's kind of, it was the Wild West. Now it's the Wild South. That's all. We just kind of switched the sayings. Let's see. Mother Teresa, great guys don't get kicked out of Italian restaurants. Starman was a John Carpenter movie. And Pattern, I got it there. Mistaka. Right there you go. I like it. I like it. I like it. Very much. And remember, folks, to smash the hell out of the like button. You can always support the show by visiting our amazing sponsors like Toyota of Hollywood at 1841 North State Road 7, right between Sheridan and Hollywood Boulevard, right there on 441. And go see my guy, Herbie Lopez, who does an excellent job. Over 2,000 cars in stock, over 1,200 new cars in stock. So visit our friends at Toyota of Hollywood. And, of course, you can always make a donation, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. We appreciate it as always. We thank Steve Calabro. We thank, of course, Mr. Brunetti for making it all happen. Without Mr. Brunetti, there is no way. We are here every single week, and we thank him for that and his amazing support. We thank, of course, the great Sean Stanley, everybody that makes it nice and easy for us to broadcast here every single week. We will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. We're in studio tomorrow, huh? We are in studio tomorrow at 10 a.m. And we'll see if anything breaks. We will have David Furones joining us tomorrow. Manny Navarro will join us tomorrow. All of that right here on the Big O Radio Show. See you tomorrow.